So as it stands right now, an AR pistol or AK pistol with pistol brace equipped is still legal. And I say as of now, it's November 3rd of 2022. So I have one. A build here for you. There's this little company called Aero Precision out of Tacoma, Washington. I believe they're moving to Lakewood here soon if they're not already. Not that far off the road. It's 30 to 40 minutes for me here in good old Graham. They make AR parts. Like all the AR parts. Receivers and buffer tubes and barrels, and that's what this thing is mostly made out of. So this is an M4E1 enhanced lower and upper receiver set AR pistol in 5.56. And I'm going to walk you through the whole build loosely in order of how I bought the parts. But before we get started, if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Also put that notification bell to full send. It really helps with the algorithm, and liking this video also does that too apparently. So if you can do that, that'd be greatly appreciated. So about a year ago, maybe a little longer than that, I watched a lot, and I still do to this day, watched a lot of classic firearm videos. Main guns that is on that is the host Clint's Mark 18 Daniel Defense SBR build that he has. If you watch classic firearms like I do, you know he's obsessed with that. So I saw that and I'm thinking, man, I would really like Mark 18 or something like it. And that's how we ended up building this. The difference between Clint's Daniel Defense Mark 18 and my Aero Precision M4E1 is his is, well, one, it's an SPR, mine's a pistol. Two, his is a true Daniel Defense Mark 18. This is not. I'm not going to call it a Mark 18 anymore. I'm not claiming to be a clone here. This is an AR pistol, but still that is the inspiration. So this is the first build I ever built completely from the ground up. Other than buying a lower that's already pre-built and an upper already pre-built and slapping them together, this is the first time I put every single piece into this build. Bought tools, torque wrenches, AR wrenches, you know, your armorer's wrench, vice block, vice, reaction rod, all that I bought so I can build it. And I built it, like I said, from the ground up. Along with this receiver, I picked up a couple other receivers. I have an M5 308 Aero and an EPC 9 Aero Precision lower. So in the comments below, if you want to see one of those builds, let me know which one to do next, and that's what we'll do. So starting loosely from the first thing I bought and onward, let's walk through the build. So first thing was this Aero Precision M4E1 enhanced lower. These lowers are made out of 7075 T6 aluminum, one piece trigger guard integrated. Inside is an upper tension screw that's nylon tip. Bolt release, bolt catch is threaded. The retention spring area in here, that's also threaded. As far as lower parts go, I would love to say that it's all Aero, but I slowly replaced some of those parts, so it's barely Aero for the lower parts kit anymore. The takedown pins and the springs and all that, those are Aero. The bolt catch underneath this bad lever here, that's an Aero. The trigger itself, this is a mil-spec Smith & Wesson trigger. I used to have an M&P 15T with the M-Lok handguard, the first gen, and I replaced the trigger in that, so I had the mil-spec trigger out of it, just floating around. So there we go, we have that. The pins holding it in are Armor-Spec anti-rotation pins. Those are pretty good, really good anti-rotation pins. I've never had any problems with them, and whenever I see them at gun stores, I just stock up on them. So safety, Radiant Talon safety. I have mine set at the 45-degree throw. You can do 45 or 90 degree. We have a Magpul FDE K2 slim grip. This one, the angle is more closer to 90 degree, but not quite. I actually dig this a lot. I used to run just standard MOE Magpul grips or the Myads. Those are the modular ones. A little bit fat. This is nice. Shooting this with this grip, I might just always use a grip similar like. Here we have the Magpul bad lever. Shooting left-handed is not so useful. You can lock the bolt back pretty easy, but shooting right-handed, you have that close the bolt catch really easily. Lately I've been trying to shoot right-handed even though I'm left-handed because I figured out that I'm right-eye dominant, so I've been shooting wrong for the last 10 years and still a pretty damn good shot using my left eye. Here we have a Timber Creek extended mag release. I originally wanted to do an Odin Works similar to Clint's Mark 18, but these are like $2 cheaper. They're readily available at gun shops around here in Washington, so that's what we went with. It looks a little ugly, but it works, so there it is. And the FDE matches the Magpul. It's not 50 shades of FDE going on here, so that's nice. As far as buffer tube system, so the buffer tube, back plate, nut back here, and buffer assembly, that was all one of the Aero Precision buffer sets. Also comes with a standard carbine buffer. I may replace that with a heavier one. Ejection out of this isn't actually all that bad, so not necessarily right now do I need to replace it, but I understand, you know, you want it 90-degree ejection, so I might in the future. SB-A4 pistol brake. So new, these go for what, 120, 150 bucks. If you check Gunbroker, which, you know, if this pistol brace thing happens, may not have been the best idea, but just basing off of rare breed triggers. You can find these used on Gunbroker fairly easily, so I got this for 60 bucks without a buffer tube. So moving on to the upper receiver here. So the upper receiver is also M4E1. When I scripted this, I said enhanced, but if you go on the website, it just says M4E1. It matches the enhanced lower very well as far as aesthetic goes. The lower, or upper parts kit, I should say, is all Aero. So the ejection port is Aero, forward assist is Aero. Bolt carry group is also Aero, is their nickel boron no logo bolt carrier group. This is actually the second bolt carrier group I have for this build. So the one in here currently is out of the 300 blackout pistol build that is the thumbnail for the ATF pistol brace video. It's the same one. I have a brand new bolt carrier for this rifle that I bought a year ago. It ended up being out of spec or something because in this pistol it doesn't fit. Like, it gets about right here and gets jammed up. So I figured maybe it's the upper. No, I tried it in the Palmetto State M16 style build, and it doesn't fit in that either. However, the Palmetto State bolt carrier group works in this. Other bolt carrier group, which is this one, works in this just fine. So something's up with that bolt carrier. I did attempt to contact Aero. They have not answered my email, and I'm just going to attribute that to the fact that they probably looked at it and said, you waited too long, kid, so I'm not upset about that if that's the case. Just, it is what it is. Moving on to the handguard. So as you can see, this is not an Aero Precision handguard. This is a Midwest Industries Combat T-Series quad rail. Now, I understand. I can already hear the comment section now. M-Lok is king. Yeah, I kind of agree with you. M-Lok is nice and light. It's modern. It's the in thing right now. It killed key mod pretty much. And endless accessories for M-Lok that just fit better and all that. However, again, like I said, this is inspired by Clint's Mark 18, or Mark 18s in general. They have quad rails. And me personally, I like the aesthetics of quad rails. Just, it hits me in that nostalgia, you know, the Modern Warfare days, the early Modern Warfares. Way to admit I'm a gamer there, Tank. So I went with quad rail on this one. It has Magpul AFG angled foregrip here, because I know the law. Pistols are not supposed to have 90-degree forward grips on there. Crucified me in the comments on that on the ATF video too. I know the law. You can have one of these, not one of those. Also Magpul laddered rail covers in FDE. If you haven't figured out, I have a thing for Magpul, and there's no particular reason why, I just do. Light. So I did a short, there we go, Streamlight ProTac rail mounted HLX 1000 lumen light. So this thing is a friggin' beast. So much so that the short that I did, I also posted on Instagram, and Streamlight actually liked it. Picture posted. So just a quick rundown on the light itself. You have a pressure pad that it comes with. It also comes with a just normal button and cap, but pressure pad right here, the actual pressure pad itself is your momentary on and off. As soon as I release it, it goes. See? And at the top of the pressure pad, which I didn't show it very well in that short, is you click it and it is solid on. Click it again and it goes off. That button right there. Now the neat thing that the Streamlights have that the Surefires don't, as far as I know, again, comment down below if you know a Surefire that does do it. This has strobe. So to get strobe, double tap the pressure pad. Seizure mode activated. So that is the Streamlight that I have mounted on this, and it is quad rail mounted, or Picatinny rail mounted, and it's not adjustable. Again, I cited that in the video that you cannot, if you wanted to tighten it up and angle it this way into your handguard, it will not work. It sits at the 90-degree that it is. And then to tie it all down, some cable management, we have just your basic run-of-the-mill Ranger bands. You can get these on Amazon. That's what I did, like 20 bucks for a kit of all different sizes. So one Ranger band there, folds the cables down, so it looks somewhat decent. And also the Streamlight's pressure pad comes with rail mounts for it. They also have clips inside the rail mounts to do some more cable management, if you can see that. So you have your Ranger band here, and then the clip for the rail pressure pad mount, cables clipped in there. Last thing for the rail, on the other side, we have a Magpul QD Picatinny mount. I do have a sling for this. The downside is, I don't know if it's all SBA4s or just mine, but both these QD slots here do not hold my sling. It does not stay in. You click it, and you think you're good, and then it falls out. I have to reassess, reevaluate slings. Okay, now we're gonna go into the sighting system on this. So these are flip up, very, very stiff metal backup iron sights from Griffin Armament. It's a set. You can get them in a set or you can get them individually. The set ran me about $183. So about the same as your MBus Pros, Magpuls. And look at that, I didn't do Magpul for once. I kind of wanted that aesthetic of like your standard Knights Armament flip-up sights. However, Knights Armament sights are never in stock and they're pretty expensive. So we went with these. I found them at my local gun shop. Up top, very nice EOTech EXPS3. Your boy be dumb. I say night vision mode, night vision mode, night vision mode. EXPS3 is a night vision capable model. It still works as a normal daylight red dot holographic sight with your standard circle dot range. Why I don't say that, I don't know. Maybe because I'm dumb. So this is the night vision mode. As you can see, I do not have like a D-ball or anything, so I'm not equipped for night vision. The only reason why I found several different EOTech models of this nature online. By nature, I mean this look. Not the long AA battery one, but you know, the compact light look. EXPS2s are available in black and FDE, same with the EXPS3s. I went with the 3 just because a standard black EXPS3 would get here faster and was $10 to $20 less than the FDE EXPS2 at the time. So it was kind of a big brain juggle of which to do, and I landed on the 3. It has night vision mode. I don't need it. If I ever do need it though, it is there. So the last thing to talk about here would be the muzzle device. So if I were to do this as clone correct as possible for an actual Mark 18, I would not use this muzzle device. I would have used a Surefire work on. This, if it'll focus, this is a Silencer Co. ASR 3-prong flash hider. And if it would focus, you can see the nice thing about these, it's not going to focus. So take my word for it here. All 3 of those prongs are a different length. So they did this, so, hear that? There's no ting. So other 3-prong flash hiders have this ting noise when you shoot, or if you flick it. This one does not. Also, I went with this because I did want to make this suppressor ready, and it was a bounce between the Surefire and the Silencer Co. I went Silencer Co route because the silencer I decided to get whenever I buy a silencer and start the paperwork on that is the Silencer Co. Omega 36M. Yes, they have a 46M, it'll do more calibers, but the 36M will do just fine for me. And this will be ready for it. So this is an ASR mount for suppressor of Silencer Co. Also decided Silencer Co. because shops around here have Silencer Co.'s parts and suppressors at the ready more often than Surefires. For every one Surefire I've seen around here, at one shop, I've seen 10 to 20 Silencer Co.'s. And also, compared to the War Comps go for $150, $152, depending on where you find them. Silencer Co.'s go for like 60 to 70. And they work just fine. There's nothing to complain about. You don't need any shims. You don't need to time this particular one. It's not a brake, so where it tightens down is perfectly fine. And I forgot to talk about the barrel, so let's talk about the barrel. It is a 10.5 inch barrel. 10.5 inch barrel, 5.56 chambering, 1 in 7 twist. QPQ, corrosion resistant finish is what Aero calls it. It may not be the same, but it looks similar to like a nitride finish. It's nice and glossy. Gas system is ported for .750, so standard gas block. And then for the gas block I chose was an Aero Precision gas block 750 port with a stainless steel carbine length gas tube. So there you go, it's carbine length, not pistol. so that works just fine. So this is the Aero Precision M4E1 Enhanced 5.56 pistol I built. Obviously things are going down about pistol braces at the moment, so I might have to do something with this. I made the options video. I may or may not just SBR this in the future. I haven't decided yet. If I do SBR this, things that I'm thinking of adding to this thing when the paperwork's all done and it's back in my possession, I may try out one of those B5 system stocks that has the battery compartment tube so I can store the tax stamp in there, any other ATF paperwork. Supposedly they're pretty sealed, waterproof, so I will roll with that. Grips, if I wanted to change the grip out, I'd put maybe one of those B5 shorty stub grips on there. No, that's not B5, I'm sorry. Tango down shorty grips on there. As it stands right now, I'm totally fine with this, so I'm just thinking for the future. It's not guaranteed. So yeah, Aero Precision M4E1 5.56 pistol, ready to fucking go. So as I said before, if you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell to full send. By full send I mean all the notifications. Bring in all the notifications, and I will see you guys next time. Tank out.